Hello and welcome. I hope you can all hear me all right. Computer's been playing up a bit today, but we'll be all right. We'll get there. I'll bring Pete in to join me. There he is.
Good afternoon, everybody.
Oh, good, you can hear me all right then. Uh, Splendid. You feel as though you're talking to yourself sometimes, don't you? But very welcome, all of you.
Absolutely.
Pleased to see a number of you along, and we'll get on with some turning in a minute. Weather's turned a bit nice. We've got sunshine here now, so it's not as cold as it has been. I'm very pleased to say I've still got the heater on, but not as cold as it has been. And nice bright day. Good. Okay. I'll let Pete go through and tell me who's here once we start. So we're making a votive candle holder, which is, it's sort of got religious connotations, but it's not actually a religious item. I've got the definition of what votive means up on my phone alongside me. I shall read it out. It says, offered or as an adjective is offered or consecrated in fulfillment of a vow, votive offerings, or as a noun it's an object offered in fulfillment of a vow, such as a candle used as a vigil light. So that's what we're making, and this is the one that I made. You've seen it on the photograph that I put up on YouTube. And basically it's a votive light is the candle that sort of size in a glass container, so it's safe. And then all you make is a stand for it to go in. Fairly simple, but something a little bit different. They still use them in churches quite a lot. You know, when you light a candle for somebody, that's a votive candle. Just you normally have a rack for them in Catholic churches, particularly, and high C of E. But this is something you could use anywhere at home or whatever. Making it out of yew. And if we go over to I'll put Pete into the background, if I can work out how to do it. Yeah, there we are, that one. And then I'll go over to the lathe and try and show you a view of what we're turning. There we are. That's the piece of view. It's the piece that was showing on the YouTube bit. I've turned a little bit of it down already just to get rid of that that knot, which was a bit sticking out a bit. I thought I'd just get rid of that before we start, so I can now turn it around and we can get on and make something exciting. So, without further ado, I'll get on. Let Pete tell me who's here. Cover my keypad. Turn the phone off. There we are. Right, okay. Going to use the big roughing gouge. Big beastie. Useful tool. Still a bit off center. So I can't have it too fast. Take the shape of workshops pieces it would.
Okay, participants list. First in, we have Pete from Twisted Trees, Chris Dodds from Australia. Good day, Chris. Alison Heath, Rob from Copale Wood Turning, Malcolm Douglas, Roger Kent, Jennifer, Crafts and Creations, Dr. Bob, and looks like it's it. Oh, Ward Wilson. Howdy from the west coast of Arizona.
Good to see you all.
I don't think I've missed anybody, but if I have, I do apologise. Wesley Hannah's just come in as well. Yes, Jennifer, the keyboard is covered.
Yes. For once I remembered.
Oh, Martin Shepherd I missed. I didn't see your name, Martin. Sorry about that.
Hello, Martin. hard old knot in this. Here when I go through it, just there. Slices piece of timber slightly big for what I need, but that means I've got to remove a bit more. But we get in there. It's got a nice bit of grain to it, though. Yes, you can see that. Yep. It's going to look quite nice. There'll be a bit more coming down this side very shortly. Yes, very nice. Let's get a bit of speed on. Oh, come on. I was going to do some work on my tool rest, wasn't I? And I didn't. Oh, lovely. Look at that. Gorgeous colours. Right then, let's just see what size I want to get it down to. Where's my calipers? There they are. I know that's set for there, so I shall do, do that first. I think we'll have the bottom. Actually, that knot's very nearly disappeared now. It's reduced dramatically in size and effect. So I think we'll make that the bottom. This one the top.
Martin has a question. Would you be better off using a steb sort centre?
I have this end. That end, I'm not too bothered. I don't mind a big hole in it because I'm going to be drilling it out. So I quite like these big centres. But yes, I have got a steb centre I could use. I've got a slight problem with it in that the shaft falls out of it a bit easily. That wherever the screw is doesn't seem to do its job very well. In fact, there isn't one in there. But yeah, I could use that. Chose not to this time. I often do, so you know it's not that I don't like it or anything. Well, that's got that end squared off now, I think. Pretty much, yep. So let's cut the mortise.
Tenon.
That's the one. I knew I got that wrong as soon as I said it. I thought somebody would correct me. Let's square the other end off just so that it looks tidier.
Mark, the gentleman Woodturn, has joined us as well. Good afternoon, Mark.
Hello, Mark. But no, pursuant to Martin's comment, I'm not going to be using the centre in this end for very long because I'm going to drill a hole in a minute, after which it'll hold itself on the tenon. So I'm not too worried about that. I do like to put that little groove in there. I just feel it. I've never had a problem with it, and it doesn't tend to come loose. So So I do that, and it fits the sea jaws then on the Axminster chuck. Get rid of that. Not going to need that huge great thing again. Right, key, chuck key. Oh, I don't want that. What am I doing? Cracking up.
I seem to remember you doing that last time.
It's quite possible.
A couple of weeks ago.
Yeah, I do repeat myself quite frequently. Hey ho.
Oh, good afternoon, Barry Chitty.
Hello, Barry. Right then. Now then, the size I want to get down to is that. How's that looking? Actually, that's pretty much the size now. That's good. That can stay as it is then. Let's get rid of the elbow digger. And then we're going to be putting the chuck in there, forcing a bit in there. Where's the bit gone? Right, nobody leave the room. Oh, there it is. I knew I'd left it out somewhere.
And Chris and Bailey Woodworks has joined us. Good
Hello,
afternoon,
Chris. Now, I believe that was 25 mil. I went in for depth. It probably was 25 initially. It's down to 20 now.
Dr. Bob's on a mission. Please remember, please remember, fellow turners, to give our internationally known master of the wood lathe a big thumbs up. Thank you, Dr. Bob.
Internationally known master. Oh, this is me, is it?
Yeah, yourself.
Oh, right. Okay. Thank you, Bob. Dr. Bob, I should say. Right, I want to go 20 mil at least, probably a bit more. Yeah, a bit of flattery like that can come any time. I can take it. Oh, I need to sharpen this bit, I think. That's 20. It's 25. It's not too critical. You can't set it right in there because you wouldn't see the candle. So it's a bit of a compromise, really, the depth of that hole. That over there because it's hot. Now, the one thing I do know is that Votive candle holder, the glass bit, won't fit in there. It's an awkward size and it's tapering. So what I should do is, using my homemade skew as a
Have you got a tailstock camera?
Yes, I have. A couple of them, I think. That one, or I think the other one's better. That's better. If I just drop that down a touch. Something like that, yeah?
Yeah, perfect.
We'll do it when I've got a nice fancy new light as well.
And Martin wants to know the size of your forcing a bit drill that you are using.
45.
Or did he miss it?
No, he didn't miss it. 45 mil.
Okay.
It obviously just whatever size fits the glass.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
But yes, 45mm. The glass is about 46, so I'm just about to adjust the hole. And with this size, I've got no worries about not having this end supported.
That's back.
Sorry?
It's all right, you disappeared a couple of seconds.
I did. Oh dear. Sorry about that.
Yeah, I lost my picture.
All right.
It's probably not your fault.
No, I was going to say it's looking all right this end. A bit more to come off there yet. I don't want it to be too tight anyway, this. If you make it too tight, you're going to break it. Like that fits nicely, but it's not right to the bottom, so therefore it's too tight. So we'll just do a little bit more. And I'm just putting a very slight taper on it, so it gets narrower towards the bottom. It's only about 1 millimeter difference between top and bottom. That's it. Perfect. Lovely job. So that's that done. I'm not going to worry about the hole in the bottom where the spike of the drill bit went. It's going to be covered in use by that. So I'm not going to do anything with that. It's not worth it. It's not necessary. Now then, I can start reducing the top down a little bit, but leave the bottom the size it is. And that actually all wants to go down to, I think I made it the same size all the way down, if I remember rightly. It's about there. Oh, the top's a fraction bigger. Sorry, you can't see what I'm doing at all, can you? I'm just setting the calipers to the diameter of the top. Yeah. It won't be they're not going to be a matching pair, because if you look at that, you can see that, oh, you can't see because we're on the wrong camera. Let's try that one. You can see that if I line up the two ends, you can see that it's quite a bit shorter. This one just happened to be the size of the log. And in fact, I've got to leave a bit of waste there, so it's going to be quite a bit shorter. So I'm not worried about that. Not at all, at all.
No, it doesn't make any difference, does it?
No, it doesn't. But I'll get the diameter about the same. There won't be a matching pair, but they can be a pair if somebody really wants them to be. I know what I meant to do is use the other. Mark a line on there. Those ones, that's what I meant to do. There we are. Look at this set. I obviously did on the original. Right, let's just make a mark on the end here so I can see what I'm going down to. Perfect. That's it. That's where I'm going to. Roughly. It doesn't matter too much. It's not precision.
And Steve the Wood Dude's joined us as well. Good afternoon, Steve.
Oh, Steve. Roughing gouge gets rid of that a bit quicker. It must be somewhere nearish. Yep. Good. That's it. Good. Oh, all going down my shirt. Yeah. Just set this to the diameter I want further down. Which is there.
Yes, Jennifer, it seems to be a bit stabler, although I've lost it once today.
Yes.
Only for a couple of seconds.
Yep. Pretty good. Now then, put those pencil lines back on again. One ring, 2 rings, 3 rings. That'll be the bottom there. That'll be another ring there. Okay. So that's the diameter of the outside of them. They want to go down, not too far. I can probably do this without measuring, but
Dave B. Miscellaneous, I missed earlier. He now has to go to run errands. Catch the replay later.
okay. See you later. Lovely. That's it. That's the one.
Martin Shepherd. Where do people get all these snazzy names? I thought about being the tiny Turner. Andy, Pete and Barry will understand. But a little lass from Yorkshire had nicked that name.
I was going to say she's got it, yeah.
Yeah, for anybody who doesn't know Martin, let's just say he's vertically challenged.
I like talking to him because I feel taller then.
Barry Chitty's come up with a good one. Martin the Hobbit Turner. I think Terry's also already claimed that one.
Well, he sort of is, isn't he?
Well, from everybody else, anyway.
Yes, yes. I'm not sure whether he agrees, but what's that going to do with anything?
Dr. Bob's got a good idea. There is a good reason for making it shorter. This is dollars to make the second of a set of 3 Votive holders shorter. You can sell the set for double the money.
Yeah. Okay. Fine. I'll go with that. Well, they're getting smaller as they go down, aren't they?
Hmm.
They have. Can't win them all.
Well, so are the whole holders, so don't worry.
Well, it's true, yeah.
Martin's come back with Axminster wanted a nickname for a review, so I went for the Wheezy Turner.
Just get the shape a little bit more even. They're nearly there, those. Oh. They're not equally spaced at all. That's better. They're getting smaller as time goes on.
Yeah, the top 2 look about the same size. The bottom one looks a
Yes, I've got to take a bit off
bigger.
that now. Yeah, it was a bit smaller, so I'm pleased I've managed that. It's just this top one is not quite as steeply sloped. That's better. And then we'll just take a little bit off of there to there.
Yeah, it's much better.
That's better, isn't it? Yeah. A bit more underneath. That's better. That's it. Let's get in there. It's quite difficult to see when you're on top of it. They're slightly reducing in size. I don't mind that because it looks deliberate.
Yeah.
Get rid of some of my machining marks.
I've been going 30 minutes.
All right. Time flies when you're having fun, doesn't it?
Absolutely.
So the top of that is somewhat similar to that, but the bottom isn't going to because I can't get that one on there because the bottom's going to be here. So I can do it about there somewhere. And I've got to go narrow, haven't I? Before I do that, that's it. I remember. Ooh, hello. Oh, stop it.
That's because you're trying to go uphill.
I know. I know I shouldn't, but I like to make life hard for myself. You just sort of get into the curve and you don't want to stop.
Hmm.
Okay, so that's now going to be down to there somewhere. Just move the tool rest along a bit. And I think if I mark where the bottom's going to be, this is about there somewhere, I think.
Martin says he's got to go. He's got to go and get some practice in, as he's been coerced into demoing at club on Sunday.
Oh, right. Okay. Look forward to that then, Martin.
Yes, me too.
It's not a million miles away from where I wanted to be.
Looks quite good, actually. Shape of it.
It's come up reasonably well. Amazing what a bit of practice does, isn't it? That will sand down that bit. I'll take that bit off there because that's not very pretty. It's better. That just wants to be rounded a little bit there. And there. That's better. Flatten it off a little bit. It's amazing the difference it makes, just these little touches, doesn't it?
Hmm.
Very slight chamfer on the bottom of there. Otherwise that's too sharp. That goes over there. That goes up there. Right, I'm going to glass paper it. Oh no, I haven't done the top yet. Ha! Better make that a bit smoother. And a bit more rounded off. Damage that. That's better. That's smooth now. I think I'll just round it over with glass paper. I don't want to do too much. Keep it minimal. No comments or questions from anybody?
I don't think so, no.
Good, that's all right. We don't have to answer them then.
Mm-hmm.
Something like that.
Rex B's come in as well. He's asking, you are lucky that you have lots of yew wood. I'm envious.
Yes, it is. It is rather nice, I have to say. I'm getting through it, but I've got a reasonable stock still left. There's so many yew trees around here, and it's gorgeous timber to turn. Of course, I always have the dust extractor going, because that is the only thing with yew that the dust is poisonous. So it pays to be safe. Or is that not? I couldn't work out what the line was going around on there. It's the knot. I'm not going to be able to sand that away then. The only thing with yew is you have to remember not to press too hard when you're sanding, because it splits like a good one as soon as it gets hot. Oh, hello. You gone missing again?
Oh, yeah, it kicked
That's
me out
it.
again.
So, yeah, it didn't want to come back in either, but you're there now.
Yeah, hopefully we'll stay here.
Oh, excuse me.
Rex is asking a question. How does yew wood turn? Hard as?
No, it's quite nice to turn. You have to be a bit careful you don't overheat it, as I was just saying, because it will split. Try and take the middle out whenever you can, the sap, the heartwood. But if you can't, then turn with it in. And I think you have to accept a certain number of splits as being inevitable with you. Not always, but quite frequently. And they sort of fit in with the character of the timber anyway. But it's nice to turn. It gives such a beautiful finish. Well, straight off the tool, it'll be quite a reasonable finish. I'm overdoing the sanding possibly, but it does give you a really, really nice finish. It's the one timber that I'm really pleased when people pick it up when I'm demonstrating and just feel it, because it feels gorgeous.
Yeah, it is very nice. Rex is also asking the question, would wet sanding be better for you or just intermittent normal sanding?
I've not done wet sanding. The only nearest I've got to it that is Yorkshire grit, which is fine for the later stages, just to get it down to that real fine finish, without dust, which is nice. I take it to 400 usually, which is actually quite a nice finish anyway. And then I'll do it with Yorkshire grit, or whatever the one that's taken over from Yorkshire grit is. True grit, is it, or something?
True grit, yeah.
Yeah, that's it. I haven't got any of that yet, but I've just stopped up Yorkshire grit from Club. So But yeah, it does get rid of the danger of the dust if you wet sand. But I'm not sure how the timber would respond, because give it. Oh, let's turn this blooming thing off. Can't hear myself think. Give it any excuse to expand and contract, and it will split. And I think the wet might just do that. But I don't know. I've not tried wet sanding. So. I mean, you get such a lovely finish just with normal glass paper. Gorgeous. So, oh, it's only 1:45. That's all right. We're doing okay. So I'll Yorkshire grit it and then wax it. Oh no.
Sanding sealer first.
Sanding sealer first. Yes, it's close. And you can see the shine comes up immediately, even with just sanding sealant on it. This is not too onerous a task, turning one of these. The design was done by my wife. She wanted it to have inny-outy bits, as she calls them. Coves and beads, of course. If I was doing it the way I would normally do it, which is much more simple, it would be even quicker. But she liked it, so that was all right. That's right. Good. Again, just taking time with this. Oh, internet's gone down completely from Peter. That's a shame, Peter. I don't know if you can hear me at all. He just sent me a message. Oh dear. He's had problems with it last couple of weeks. Oh, sounds as though he's coming back in. Hello, you're back again.
Hello. Yeah, my internet went completely down then.
Strange, isn't it?
Normally when it goes off, my computer says that I've got internet access, but it went off completely then.
All right. I wish I understood computers a bit more. I could then put my mouse right. Which is operating at 90 degrees from normal. So as long as I have the mouse sitting there sideways on, I'm all right. I shall investigate that later. I know there's a way of doing it because I've had it before. But I have a tame 17-year-old who will sort it out for me. I'm quite sure. Bless him.
Yeah, she said earlier, every household needs a 17-year-old.
That's right, absolutely. He's great. He's really keen to do things as well, which is nice. I used to sort of understand what I was doing with computers at one time, but those days are long gone. Yeah, I envy people who like Pete Twisted Trees, who seems to manage to do all sorts of things with computers. It just sounds like magic to me.
Yeah, Rex B says that is beautiful. I quite agree, Rex.
Yeah, it's a lovely piece of timber. Look at that mark going up there. You can see that,
Lovely,
yeah.
isn't it?
Absolutely fabulous between two knots.
Mm.
Yeah, it just really is so. I mean, you does this to you. You know, you've got no idea what you're starting with. You can see that it's got something in it, but no real idea of what you're going to expose, and then it all comes out. This is particularly so. This was the offcut from something I turned the other week. Oh, I think it was that vase. I think it might have been the offcut from that. A bit left over.
No, not at all, Jennifer. I wouldn't blame you at all.
What's that?
Jennifer asked how was my internet earlier, and she said, "Oh, because I've just got off again." She said, "Sorry, Pete, it must be my fault for asking about your internet."
Yeah, I believe in that. Yeah. I just remembered. I went through my chestnut thing I got with the goodie bag we got given at the chestnut weekender, and found I had a can opener. So I don't even need to use a screwdriver now, or a skew chisel. There's posh. Put it up there. I should know where it is.
What's that? Microcrystalline you putting on?
Yeah, this is Hampshire Sheen microcrystalline. Yeah. It's a sort of well-tried recipe, if you like. You know, it's what I tend to do when I've used Yorkshire grit. Is to go over it with this, because I know it gives me a nice finish. It complements it.
Yeah, and it helps to prevent finger marks as well.
That's right, absolutely. It's a hard wax, isn't it? And then I often buff it up with carnauba as well, for the same reason. That's got a high melting point, so it doesn't melt when you touch it. Gives you a lovely finish. And you can sort of get quite a good gloss on it with that, and the chestnut buffing system. I often only use the last grade, the carnauba wax, rather than the other two.
Yeah,
it's a three piece system, isn't it? But I very often don't use the first two, because I've done it all on this. You know, up to 2,000 grit. How much more do you want to go?
Yeah.
I'm actually going to part this off today. It's very rare I actually get around to that, because I'm normally not finished finishing. But we're actually going to have a proper finished job. I'll buff it up tonight and put the pictures up on YouTube, but it won't look much different. All right, let's just turn that up a bit and give it a good old buffing. Melt the wax in. That's it, nice. That's it. That's coming up. It's just something a little bit different again. A votive candle. Right then. Parting off. Oh, that is gorgeous, that timber. Can't get over it.
It is lovely.
Absolutely stunning. Well pleased with that. Righty ho, let's part this off. So just got to put a bit more light on there so I can see what I'm doing down in the hollow. There we are. Nicely hollowed underneath. We'll just take the little blip off the middle a bit. That's it. Stay. And then I'll got it. I shall obviously do a bit more work on the base. There's a little dimple in the middle where the big sander won't get to it, but I can put the small pads on the lathe and do that and polish it up. I shall buff the whole thing because I can, and it will come up beautifully. I can just say the colour's not being done justice to on there. It was better on the lathe actually, but
yeah, it looks very nice.
You can see the effect. Yeah, really pleased with that. So there we are. Less than an hour. Not that it matters about the time, but
No,
52 minutes. 52 minutes, 50 seconds. So, so it tells me. So yeah. So that's that. A votive candle, and the bits go in the top, and it looks like that.
Very nice. Very nice from Chris Dodds. Wonderful, Andy from Wesley Hannah.
Thank you, people.
Looking good for Alison Heath. I'm not sure if that's the candle holder or yourself, but
I can tell you, it's not me. Chris Dodd says, Pete, your internet just spoke to my internet and said, let's play with the humans.
Yeah.
Thank you for the lovely comments. That's really, really nice. And it was a nice, simple little job, but quite effective. And I think they'll sell. I think I shall be able to sell those all right.
Mm.
I've got somebody's, who was it? I've just lost it. Somebody was saying they got some off a firewood pile.
Yeah, Steve the Wood Dude, I think that was. Yeah, Wood Dude. I managed to save a whole yew tree from the firewood pile just for cleaning a few of the guys' gutters. Wonderful wood.
Yeah. Oh, magic. Absolutely magic. I pinched some from my nephew's wood pile because he's very proud of his wood pile and saying he's, what he's been burning. He said, I've got some yew on there now. I said, no, you haven't. That's coming my way. So, because it's nice and dry, but he's burnt most of it, unfortunately. I'd have thought it would spit a bit, but it's got an enclosed log burner, I think, so that probably doesn't matter so much. But anyway, there we are. I can't get used to this mouse being the wrong way around. Jennifer says it's gorgeous. See you all next week, Alison says. She didn't, but she meant that. Oh, she says see you afterwards.
Yeah, I was just about to read that out. What?
Yeah, no, she's going
and
out
then
in
she
a minute.
popped up C.
Yeah, she's going out in a minute. So there we are. Anyway, thank you very much, and thank you, Peter, for your input. And
yeah, no worries.
Mostly letting us know what's going on when your internet allowed you to.
Yeah.
But no, it's a blooming pain, isn't it, when you get that? And there's not a lot you can do. Just turn it off and on again.
Yeah, I was just going to say I might have to turn it off and turn it on again when I'm not doing anything else. See if that cure it.
Yeah, it's a bit of a pain, though, isn't it? I'll take these glasses off. They're not very comfortable, but they're safer. That's that. Good.
Yeah, Wesley saying bye.
Bye, Wesley.
Dr. Bob, thanks for a great demo.
You're very welcome, Dr. Bob, and very nice to see you again. It's a long way to travel, isn't it? Oh, put that mouse around the other way. Yeah, good. Okay, lovely. Yes, nice comments from Barry Chitty and all sorts. Good. Lovely. Okay, I shall end the broadcast then. Thank you very much, everybody, for coming along, and see you all again next week, I hope. I don't know what I should be making, but we'll think of something. Good. Cheers then. Bye.
See you all next week.